What if the most dangerous person on a doomed flight was the exact same person who strategically never took their seat? A boarding pass scanned, luggage loaded into the cargo hold. A cup of coffee left half empty at the terminal gate. But when the cabin doors locked, seat 1 for B remained perfectly, chillingly empty. To understand the anomaly of the ghost passenger, we first have to look at the rigid architecture of modern aviation security. You don't just slip through the cracks at an international airport. Every footstep is logged. Every passport swipe leaves a permanent digital footprint. On the morning of November 12th, the manifest for Flight 828 showed a full cabin, 214 souls on board. But forensic data later revealed a terrifying discrepancy. Passenger 214 traveling under the name Elias Thorne cleared TSA at 6:05 a.m. At 6:42 a.m., his matte black suitcase was logged by the baggage handlers and pushed into the belly of the aircraft. But Elias Thorne never walked down the jet bridge. Why does this matter? Because in the post-9/11's world, a protocol known as positive passenger bag match dictates that a flight absolutely cannot take off if a passenger's checked luggage is on board, but the passenger is not. It's the ultimate red flag. Yet the system was bypassed. The flight took off. And for hours later, it disappeared from radar. The question isn't just where Flight 828 went. The real question is, how did Elias Thorne know he shouldn't be on it? When investigators realized the plane was gone, they immediately zeroed in on the anomaly, seat 1 for B, who was Elias Thorne. Forensic data recovery specialists pulled the CCTV footage from the airport. They tracked Thorne from the moment his rideshare dropped him off at Terminal 3. He walked with a calculated precision, face obscured by the brim of a dark cap, head tilted exactly 15 degrees downward, the precise angle required to avoid facial recognition cameras. Digital forensics on his ticket purchase opened an even darker rabbit hole. The ticket wasn't bought with a credit card. It was purchased using a decentralized cryptocurrency wallet that had been dormant for 7 years. The IP address routed through a proxy server in Zurich bounced to Tokyo and vanished into a heavily encrypted node. But the most chilling piece of evidence came from his smartphone's metadata. Investigators managed to ping his device's last known location. It wasn't at the departure gate. At the exact moment Flight 828 was taxiing on the runway, Thorne's phone pinged a cell tower 3 miles away, standing perfectly still at the edge of an abandoned industrial park. He didn't miss his flight by accident. He stayed behind to watch it leave. The immediate assumption was terrorism. The black suitcase in the cargo hold must have been a device. But when deep-sea drones finally located the wreckage of Flight 828 months later, the black box told a completely different story. There was no explosion, no catastrophic failure. The cockpit voice recorder captured the pilot's final words, calmly stating they were entering an unusual electromagnetic fog. Then, absolute silence. So, what was in Elias Thorne's luggage? Documents unsealed years later revealed that Thorne was an ex-contractor for a private aerospace intelligence firm. The suitcase didn't contain a threat. It contained a quantum measurement device, a prototype designed to record atmospheric anomalies. Elias Thorne didn't sabotage the flight, he used it. He knew the aircraft was flying into a geographical dead zone, an area where physics breaks down. He needed the plane to vanish so his device could collect the data from the inside. He sacrificed 213 people to conduct the ultimate scientific experiment. He never boarded the flight because he was the one pulling the strings from the ground. Flight 828 was written off as a tragic accident, But the digital footprints, the ghost check-in, and the man who watched it all happen from the shadows tell the real, terrifying truth. The skies hide more secrets than the ocean. If you want to dive deeper into the forensic breakdowns of history's greatest unsolved mysteries, hit that subscribe button. Because the next time you board a flight, you might want to check who is or isn't sitting next to you.